Welcome back everyone. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of old British coins and counting down the top 3 most valuable United Kingdom 3p coins. These tiny coins may look ordinary, but certain years, mint marks, and rare conditions can make them worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars to collectors around the world. From historic silver issues to rare minting varieties, these coins are true treasures of British numismatics. Let's get started. First up, the 1967 United Kingdom 3p coin, especially in circulated condition. This small brass coin may look ordinary at first glance, but collectors around the world continue to search for rare examples, error varieties, and historical British coins like this one. In today's video, we'll explore the history of the 1967 3p, its unique design features, collector demand, rarity in circulated and damaged condition, and its current auction market value in US dollars. If you enjoy coin collecting, rare coin hunting, or learning about old British currency, make sure to stay until the end because this coin has a story that many people overlook. The United Kingdom 3p coin, often called the threepenny bit, has a long and interesting history in British currency. The 3p denomination was first introduced centuries ago in silver form, but by the 20th century, the Royal Mint changed the coin's material and shape to make it more practical for everyday use. The famous brass 12-sided version was introduced in 1937 during the reign of King George VI and later continued under Queen Elizabeth II. The 1967 3p was one of the final years this denomination circulated before Britain prepared for decimalisation in 1971. During this period, old British coins were gradually phased out and replaced with the modern decimal system. Because of this historical transition, coins from the late 1960s have become very popular among collectors who appreciate pre-decimal British currency. The 1967 issue was struck in large numbers for circulation across the United Kingdom. Millions of people used these coins daily for shopping, transportation, and small purchases. Because they were heavily circulated, finding examples in excellent condition today can sometimes be challenging. Many surviving coins show scratches, dirt, discoloration, or worn edges due to decades of use. One of the most recognizable features of the 1967 3p coin is its unusual 12-sided shape. Unlike round coins, the 3p stood out immediately in people's pockets, making it easy to identify by touch alone. The coin was made primarily from brass, giving it its distinctive golden colored on the obverse side. The coin features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II designed by Arnold Machin. Around the portrait are the Latin inscriptions identifying the Queen. This elegant portrait became one of the most famous designs in British coinage history. The reverse side displays a large crowned portcullis design with chains, representing the badge of the Palace of Westminster. The number 3 appears prominently in the center, along with the date 1967 below it. The artistic details on the reverse make the coin attractive even to beginner collectors. The coin weighs approximately 6.8 grams and has a diameter of about 21 millimeters. Its brass composition helped it survive circulation better than some older silver-based coins, although many circulated examples still show significant wear today. Now let's talk about rarity and collector demand, especially for circulated or damaged examples. The 1967 3p is not considered an extremely rare coin because millions were produced by the Royal Mint. However, collector interest remains strong because it represents the final era of traditional British coinage before decimalisation and circulated condition. These coins are very common. Many collectors can still find them in old family collections, antique shops, coin dealers' bins, or mixed world coin lots. Damaged examples with scratches, fading, corrosion, or bent edges usually have lower collector value. However, even worn coins can still attract beginner collectors because they are affordable pieces of British history. What truly increases collector demand are unusual minting errors, high-grade uncirculated examples, or coins with exceptional eye appeal. Some collectors specifically search for well-preserved 1967 3p coins because they symbolize the end of the classic pre-decimal system. Interestingly, heavily circulated examples often tell a historical story. A worn coin may have passed through thousands of hands during the 1960s, making it a fascinating artifact from everyday British life during the year. So, how much is a 1967 United Kingdom 3p worth today in US dollars? In heavily circulated condition, most coins typically sell for around 25 cents to $2 depending on their appearance and overall condition. Coins with visible wear, dirt, or minor damage usually remain at the lower end of the market. Fine condition circulated examples with clearer details and less wear can often sell between $3 and $8. Collectors appreciate coins that still retain strong design features and readable inscriptions. Uncirculated or brilliant examples are much more valuable. High-grade coins stored carefully for decades may sell for $15 to $40 or even higher in special cases. Professionally graded examples can command premium auction prices if they receive exceptional condition ratings. Error coins are where values can rise dramatically. Off-center strikes, double strikes, or unusual minting mistakes may attract serious collectors willing to pay anywhere from $50 to several $100 depending on the rarity of the error. Auction values constantly change based on collector demand, condition, rarity, and market trends. Online auction platforms and coin shows remain some of the best places to track current prices for the 1967 Threepence. If you are interested in collecting the 1967 Threepence coin, there are several important tips to keep in mind. First, always check the coin's condition carefully. Even small differences in wear can significantly affect value. Second, avoid cleaning old coins aggressively. Many beginners think shiny coins are worth more, but harsh cleaning can damage the surface and reduce collector value. Natural aging is often preferred by experienced numismatists. Third, look closely for minting errors or unusual details. Error coins are sometimes overlooked in old collections. And, next up, the 1945 United Kingdom Threepence in fine condition. This small but iconic coin has become a favorite among collectors because of its unusual shape, wartime history, and growing value in the auction market. Many people overlook old Threepence coins because they were once common pocket change, but some years and conditions can surprise collectors with strong demand and impressive prices. In today's video, we will explore the history of the 1945 Threepence coin, its special features, collector demand, rarity in circulated and damaged conditions, and its current market value in US dollars. So stay tuned because this humble coin may be worth more than you think. The 1945 United Kingdom Threepence was issued during the final year of World War II under the reign of King George VI. Britain was still recovering from wartime shortages, and coins from this period carry historical importance because they were produced during one of the most difficult times in British history. The Threepence denomination had already existed for centuries, but the brass 12-sided version introduced in the late 1930s became especially famous. By 1945, these coins were widely used throughout the United Kingdom for everyday purchases such as food, newspapers, and transportation. The obverse side of the coin features the portrait of King George VI facing left. Around the portrait are the Latin inscriptions identifying him as the King of Britain and the Defender of the Faith. The reverse side shows the bold design of 3 feathers tied with a crown, representing the badge of the Prince of Wales. The date 1945 appears below the design. Because millions of these coins circulated heavily during and after the war, finding them today in excellent condition can be challenging. One of the most recognizable features of the 1945 Threepence coin is its 12-sided shape. Unlike traditional round coins, this unique design made it easy to identify by touch, especially for people carrying multiple denominations. The coin was made from brass, giving it a golden appearance that stood out from silver-colored coins of the same era. Another important feature is the detailed wartime design and strong lettering. In fine condition, collectors look for visible details in the king's portrait, clear feathers on the reverse side, and readable inscriptions. Even moderate wear can reduce the value because these coins were heavily circulated during the 1940s. Some collectors also search for unusual minting errors, off-center strikes, or coins with stronger details than normal circulation pieces. The 1945 issue is also historically important because it marks the end of World War II. Coins from this period are popular not only with coin collectors but also with history enthusiasts who appreciate wartime memorabilia. Although the 1945 Threepence was minted in large numbers, collector demand remains strong because many surviving examples are worn, scratched, or damaged from decades of circulation. Coins in fine condition are much more desirable than heavily damaged examples, especially when the date and design remain sharp and attractive. Damaged coins with corrosion, dents, cleaning marks, or faded details usually sell for only small amounts. However, even worn examples still attract beginner collectors because they are affordable pieces of British history. The real excitement comes when collectors discover a cleaner and sharper example with strong details. Fine condition coins are becoming harder to locate because many old Threepence coins were melted down or lost over time. Auction demand has steadily increased in recent years as collectors worldwide show more interest in pre-decimal British coinage. Online auctions and coin marketplaces have helped raise awareness about these historic coins, leading to stronger competition for higher-grade pieces. Now let's talk about the value of the 1945 United Kingdom Threepence in today's market. In heavily worn or damaged condition, these coins usually sell for around $1 to $5 depending on appearance and collector interest. Coins with heavy scratches, corrosion, or poor details typically stay at the lower end of the price range. 1945 Threepence in fine condition can often sell for around $10 to $30 at auctions or through coin dealers. Coins with especially sharp details, original color, and minimal damage may sell for even higher prices. Uncirculated examples are much rarer and can sometimes exceed $50 or more depending on market demand. Special error coins or exceptionally preserved pieces can attract premium bids from collectors. Auction values may also rise over time as interest in wartime British coins continues to grow internationally. If you want to collect the 1945 3p coin, the first thing you should do is carefully examine the coin's condition. Look for clear lettering, visible feathers, and strong portrait details. Avoid harshly cleaned coins because cleaning can lower collector value significantly. It is also important to store coins properly. Use protective holders or coin albums to prevent scratches and environmental damage. Moisture and improper storage can cause discoloration or corrosion on brass coins. Collectors should also compare prices from different auction sites and coin dealers before purchasing. Sometimes valuable coins are sold cheaply at local markets or estate sales because sellers do not recognize their true collector demand. Finally, learning about grading standards can help you understand why some coins sell for much higher prices than others. Even a small difference in condition can dramatically increase auction value. The 1945 United Kingdom 3p is far more than just an old coin. It is a fascinating piece of wartime British history that continues to attract collectors around the world. Its unique 12-sided shape, historic connection to World War II, and growing auction demand make it an exciting collectible for both beginners and experienced numismatists. While damaged examples may only be worth a few dollars, fine condition coins can command much stronger prices in today's market. As collector interest continues to rise, the value of well-preserved 1945 3p coins may continue increasing in the future. Next up, the 1963 United Kingdom 3p coin in rusty condition. At first glance, many people may think an old damaged coin has little value, but in the world of coin collecting, even worn and rusty coins can carry historical importance and collector interest. In this video, we will explore the history of the 1963 3p, its unique design, why collectors still search for damaged examples, and how much this coin can sell for at auctions in dollars today. Make sure to watch until the end because some rare versions of this coin can surprise collectors with their hidden value. The United Kingdom 3p coin, often called the threepenny bit, became one of the most recognizable coins in British history. The 1963 issue was produced during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, a period when Britain was modernizing its currency system before decimalisation arrived in 1971. By 1963, the 3p coin had already become widely used in everyday British life for shopping, transportation, and small purchases. Unlike earlier silver 3p coins, the 1963 version was struck in nickel brass, giving it a golden appearance. The Royal Mint produced millions of these coins, making them common in circulation during the 1960s. However, decades later, many surviving examples became damaged, scratched, rusty-looking, or environmentally stained after years of use and storage. Coins kept in poor conditions often developed dark surfaces and corrosion-like marks, especially when exposed to moisture and dirt for long periods. Even though the 1963 3p is not considered extremely rare in normal condition, collectors still enjoy finding unusual examples, especially coins with strong historical character or interesting wear patterns. One of the most unique aspects of the 1963 3p is its unusual 12-sided shape. Unlike most circular coins, this design made the coin easy to recognize by touch, helping people quickly identify it in their pockets. The shape became iconic in British currency history and remains popular among collectors to date. On the front side of the coin, you will find the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II designed by Mary Gillick. Around the portrait are the Latin inscriptions representing the Queen's royal titles. The reverse side features a decorative Tudor portcullis with chains and a crown, a design that symbolized strength and royal authority. The coin was made from nickel brass, which gave it a bright golden color when new. However, rusty or heavily circulated examples often lose this shine completely. Some develop dark brown tones, greenish corrosion, or rough surfaces that make them look much older than they actually are. While true rust does not form on brass coins like it does on iron, collectors often use the word rusty to describe heavily corroded or environmentally damaged examples. Another important feature is the date itself, 1963. This was one of the final years before major changes in British coinage, making it part of an important historical era for United Kingdom currency collectors. Now let's talk about rarity and collector demand. In general, the 1963 3p is considered a common coin because millions were minted. However, condition plays a major role in determining value. Perfect uncirculated examples are more valuable because they are harder to find after decades of circulation. Interestingly, some collectors also enjoy damaged or rusty condition coins because they show signs of real historical use. A heavily circulated coin tells a story of daily life in Britain during the 1960s. Coins with unusual toning, environmental damage, or distinctive aging patterns sometimes attract collectors who appreciate unique appearances. That said, rusty condition coins usually have lower market value compared to clean examples. Collectors prefer coins with readable dates and visible design details. If corrosion becomes too severe, the value can decrease significantly. However, if the coin still has strong detail despite surface damage, it may remain desirable to beginner collectors or historical coin enthusiasts. Another factor affecting demand is nostalgia. Many older British collectors remember using 3p coins in everyday life before decimal currency replaced them. This emotional connection helps maintain interest in these classic coins even today. So, how much is a 1963 United Kingdom 3p coin in rusty condition worth today? In most cases, heavily worn or rusty condition examples sell for around $1 to $5 depending on the level of damage and visibility of details. Coins with very heavy corrosion and almost unreadable surfaces may only be worth a small amount to beginner collectors. However, cleaner circulated examples with attractive aging can sometimes sell for $10 to $20, especially in online auctions where collectors compete for vintage British coins. If the coin has unusual minting errors, rare toning, or exceptionally preserved details despite environmental damage, prices may occasionally rise even higher. Uncirculated versions of the 1963 3p are far more valuable than rusty examples and can reach significantly higher auction prices depending on quality. But for damaged coins, the value mostly comes from historical interest rather than rarity alone. Collectors should also remember that auction values change over time. Demand, silver and metal markets, collector trends, and coin grading all influence the final selling price. If you are interested in collecting old British 3p coins, there are several important tips to remember. First, always examine the date carefully to confirm authenticity and identify the exact year. Some dates are more desirable than others. Second, avoid cleaning old coins aggressively. Many beginners mistakenly polish rusty or dirty coins, but harsh cleaning can reduce collector value. It is usually better to leave the coin in its natural condition. Third, store coins properly in dry holders or protective sleeves to prevent additional corrosion and environmental damage. Moisture is one of the biggest enemies coins. Another useful tip is to research auction records and compare prices before buying or selling. The 1963 3p is a wonderful reminder of Britain's classic pre-decimal currency era. Thanks for watching today's video. If you enjoyed learning about this fascinating old British coin, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more rare coin stories and auction value updates from around the world.